lovelies, thank you for passing through my channel again today. If you're new, thank you for joining me. If you've checked out any of my other videos or you think this content might be something you'll be interested in, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, like, share, comment. If you're returning, hi guys, thank you for coming back. Today, as promised, if you've watched my previous videos, my latest videos, you will know that I have been on a bit of a renovation transformation journey. So I highlighted to you that during this whole crazy 2020, I took it upon myself to reevaluate myself and decide, look into myself to see what necessary changes I need to make to myself, self-care, well-being, etc, etc. As we know, it's been a very challenging year, and so I underwent some procedures abroad, including weight loss surgery. I got my teeth done, and I also did some skin surgery. So this is another video today. In the last one, I spoke to you about the actual procedure of the bariatric sleeve, which I did in Turkey. Today, I'm going to come at you with a video regarding post-op. So this is going to be about what happens after you've done the surgery and the recovery, and just a few tips and things that might be helpful to you in case you are considering doing this surgery. So as always, stay tuned. Grab a snack, healthy one. I just realized in the other video I'm telling everyone to go and get biscuits and all sorts, but maybe a little bit of a healthy snack, a nice drink, and let's just get straight into it. So please check out the previous video because it explains all about the procedure that I personally went through. I did highlight, and I was trying to stress that it is really important for you to do all your homework, to do your research. You know, I did watch a lot of YouTube videos. I did make a lot of phone calls and emails, and, you know, do your due diligence. Don't just take my word for it. This is just my journey and what I went through, and just, this is just meant to be a guide. It's not supposed to be taken as gospel, you know, it's just my journey and my experience. So the recovery took me, I would say, about a week. The recovery took me in Turkey, and the package is actually for a week. So I think it's quite cleverly designed that you have the surgery, you make a recovery, and by the time that you have to leave Turkey, you should really be in good shape. What I would say was the main thing that for me was a little bit tender, sore, took a while, was the large incision of the 5, the larger one where they pull the stomach through, was the one that for me was a little bit slow in terms of like the pain or the discomfort, you know, gradually easing off. But I think I was a little bit impatient with myself because the other parts of me were feeling fine, and, you know, I just kind of wanted to like get on with it. But, you know, it's surgery, you have to really take your time. I mean, it's not something that you can just start leaping around and doing stuff. But yeah, I would say the incisions generally, the other 4 are kind of okay, but the larger one, it does actually take a while. So in terms of the day I left the bariatric part of the surgery, because after that I was feeling well enough to embark on my teeth. So my journey is a little bit different. For a lot of people, they would have done the surgery and then gone home, but I was actually still in the hospital. But my stay in the hospital was good. I was well enough, like I said, to do my teeth, and by the time I'd finished, I was on like liquid foods, and that they give you or they encourage you to have when you then, you know, have had the surgery, is vitamins, iron and protein shakes. These are the things that I would say to anybody that's going to do the surgery, is try your best to have these ready beforehand, because my particular hospital, they tried to sell me these stuff, and obviously it's a hospital, they're there to make money, but they were pretty pricey. So if you can get your vitamins and your protein shakes ready for when you leave the UK or wherever it is you're coming from, so that when you've had the surgery you don't then have to go looking and buying stuff, because remember, you're not going to be in that fit condition to then be prancing around the supermarkets looking for stuff. So when I did actually purchase their multivitamin liquid, which cost me £15. But when I came back to the UK, one thing you might find, or you might not, in my case, is that I felt very, very fatigued, because what they tell you is that after the surgery you need to really prop up, you know, you need to get your body pumped with a lot of vitamins, because having part of your stomach taken away, it means that, you know, you're going to be quite vitamin deficient, and you also have to build up your protein, because you lose that, I think, with the surgery and your stomach being gone. So that's vital. Otherwise you're going to get you're going to feel very malnourished, and you're going to feel extremely fatigued, which was the major thing I felt after the surgery, was that I just felt so weak. And obviously you're not eating your big dinners, your big meals, you're only having a fraction of what you used to eat, so your body's getting less nutrients. So super important is that you have all your necessary, I feel like my bun is about to drop down, sorry. That you have all your vitamins and your protein shakes in your luggage before you head out to Turkey. But when I came back, I found this on eBay or Amazon. This is not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor me, supplement companies, I'm here. This is amazing. This is so good. This has helped me post-op. Obviously, anything you plan to take, you must communicate with your surgeon or the hospital, because you can't take tablets. That's one thing as well. After the surgery, you can't swallow tablets, because obviously your stomach is a different type of stomach now. So everything has to be liquid. But this stuff is amazing, guys, because as I kept saying, I was so fatigued. Like, I felt really weak, quite lightheaded. This is multivitamins and minerals, excellent for hemoglobin and red blood cells. So it's packed full of all the vitamins, all the minerals, folic acid, vitamin B12, B1, B everything, iron, it's iodine, magnesium. It's amazing, this stuff. I've been on this now for like a week, and my energy levels are just, I can already feel the difference. Like, so get yourself something packed with vitamins. If possible, if you're feeling fatigued, you need to get something with iron. But once again, I'm not a doctor, disclaimer. Speak to your consultant, your surgeon, whoever is in charge of your bariatric, to get this approved first. I sent this picture to my surgeon, and he said it was fine for me to take this. Another thing that I took this first before I took that. This is called Barry Melts. Barry Melts company, if you're out there, I'm here, ready for sponsorships and brand deals. But this is not sponsored either. These are just some of the tips I'm giving you in terms of what you need. So this one is called Barry Melts. It's also on eBay and Amazon. This one is also iron and vitamins, but these ones are in a fast melting tablet form. So you put them on the tongue. It's orange flavour, so they taste really nice, and they melt. So it's actually kind of going down in a what do you call it? In a liquid form. You're not like swallowing it whole. So another thing but you really need these. I can't emphasize enough. Like, you need to have your vitamins and your iron stuff, because honestly, your system is gonna be depleted. So yeah. And then the last one is protein shakes. this is going to be like your absolute go-to, because you need your diet after the surgery has to be of a high protein content. So, and when you eventually, so it's in stages. So basically the first week after the surgery, or week 1 as they call it, you're literally just on liquids. So it's all it's like you're still on what you were before the surgery, because so before the surgery you would have been on a liquid diet, so you're literally on that again. But they do allow you to have protein shakes at this point. I got this also on Amazon. This is something that maybe you can buy some sachets to take with you before the operation, and basically they're shakes, and you have them as like a kind of like a meal replacement. But as you can see, 31 grams of protein. So as my friend who had the surgery always says, it's all about the protein, the protein, the protein, the protein. You've got to have like the protein. So one is like soups, the protein shakes, water, loads of water. You've got to keep yourself so hydrated. You take your vitamins, your minerals, and then technically, you know, you should be okay for week 1. Week 2, you go on to more like pureed things. So like mashed potato, but very like watery mashed potato, soups. You can have very kind of like sloppy cereals. You can't go hard on the second week either. You really have to be still very much, because everything has to go down slowly and smoothly. You know, your body is not going to be able to just jump into like meat, and you can't do bread. You can't hardly do any carbs. It's all got to be liquid and protein based. So yeah, these are what I would call the vitals that you need straight after surgery. What I experienced was really just the spacing out of when you're eating. So you find that once you are like consuming any kind of like liquid, or as you progress over the weeks and your food is becoming more solidified, one major rule is you cannot eat and drink at the same time. So I'm somebody that absolutely loves to like start my food and then I start drinking on top of it, you know, like eat, drink, eat, drink. With this surgery, you can absolutely not drink and eat at the same time, because your stomach no longer has the capacity to hold food and fluid at the same time. And what you find is they call it dumping. So if you do attempt to, or you forget, or you just for some reason end up eating and then drinking at the same time, it all just literally kind of backs up on itself, and then you feel like you want to be sick. You literally feel like nausea, and you get a lot of saliva in your mouth, and then you literally feel like you want to vomit. So you have to have small amounts, you know, literally teaspoons of stuff, be it your mashed potato, be it your sweet potato, be it your soup. You've got to let it go down to you. Sometimes you feel the motion, so you feel it going down. You get to this kind of like a crescendo, and then all of a sudden you kind of feel like it drops into the stomach. So it's like mentally being in tune with your digestive system is what I've learned. And it's very difficult. It's a real like life-changing situation. You just no longer will have the eating habits that you had before. So you're not going to be able to just, you know, back down whatever and then, you know, back down like some juice or some Coke. You can't do anything carbonated. So there's none of the fizzy drinks, you know, nothing too sugary. I think they said you're only allowed like 15 grams of sugar a day. So it really is just very watered down juices, a lot of the protein shakes. Some of the yogurts and stuff now are coming with protein supplements in them. Sorry guys, I just had to do a little bit of technical adjustment, and also wow, the sunlight has absolutely just come through. So I'm hoping that you're seeing me well. I'm going to try and wrap up the video anyway. but I think I was talking about your levels of protein and vitamins have to be up. One other observation I made was you don't really poop. So you don't really poop for about a week, because obviously there's nothing much going through your system to come out. I weed quite normally, and the funny thing is they put this kind of like special plastic, it's a bit like a bedpan but it's quite flat, and they put that in the toilet so that when you do pass water or like you wee, they need to see the color of your urine or your wee to make sure that there's no like blood in it or any unusual kind of like discharge, so that they know that inside everything is really sealed. And also, quote me, but I understand, like, if you do have any complications, I'm sure you really will know about it, because you probably have like serious cramping, you'll be vomiting. Like, you could do your own research anyway. Like I say, do your own research and you know, find out what the complications are. But the hospital that I use, they have an excellent record. No fatalities, no mortalities, no complications. They have an amazing track record. So I felt very much in safe hands. And like I said, my friend already did the procedure. So, you know, but we're all individuals and none of our bodies are the same. But at least I had something to go by. So yeah, I'm just trying to think really if there was any other things that I felt were difficult. Not really, to be fair. I just think it's a very straightforward procedure. When I was there were probably about 3 or 4, 5 other women going through the same procedure. So it is very, very common. 5 weeks on, I feel amazing. My next video, I'm going to really talk about the diet side. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. This is some of the repercussions of it. Yeah. In my next video, I'm going to talk about the food side of it. So the eating as you progress in the weeks, what you can eat, how you feel, and mentally as well. I think I'm going to talk a lot about the mental aspect of this whole procedure, because what I realize is that you do all this physically, but I'm telling you guys, what goes on here and how it communicates with here that's a whole video altogether. Like, it's a journey. It's for 100%. It's a journey. It's not a short-term thing. It's a lifetime, you know, procedure. So yeah, but in all, very positive. I cannot even lie. I've already lost, getting to 13 kilos, which is like just over 1.5 stones, which I think equates to about 25 pounds, 20 pounds thereabouts. A lot of people are saying my face has gone quite slim, which I can see myself. I seem to be losing the weight here down, whereas you know, you kind of wish that you would lose the weight in all the places that you really want to lose the weight, but it's a gradual process, and like, you know, maybe in 3 months time it will start coming off. I do have more energy now, especially since I'm taking the iron and the vitamins. I have more energy. They do encourage you to walk more. You know, it's not all about eating less. It is actually a whole healthy eating lifestyle. So regular exercise, go for walks. I bought a smartwatch so that I could like count steps. So it really is like the whole deal. It's not just getting the stomach cut away and then, you know, that's it. You know, you still have to put in the work. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful. Like I said, I'm not a surgeon, I'm not a doctor. I'm just me, who went for the procedure, and I'm just giving you my side of the journey. So if this is content that you think you're gonna like and you look forward to seeing, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, Subscribe if you're new, or even if you're old and you haven't subscribed, please do. Leave your comments if you've done the surgery or you're about to do the surgery. You know, let's have a discussion. We're all trying to educate ourselves here. Click the notification bell that will tell you when I've uploaded a new video. Thanks for joining me. Stay safe, stay blessed, and peace out.